My girlfriend has been sleeping with my roommate. Apparently, this has been going on for a while. I've been dating her for over a year and I'll confess I'm not very good in bed, but I love her, and I thought our relationship was great. Then last night, I saw her ducking my roommate, my best friend who I thought I could count on. Him socially awkward, so I don't have that many other friends, but I thought I didn't need any more, so long as I had him. I saw them openly ducking each other in the living room. I couldn't help but stare in disbelief. Then I heard my roommate tell my girlfriend to keep it down so as not to wake me up. She responded by saying that I never heard them before, so this has clearly been going on a while. Now, as I said before, I'm not very good in the bedroom, mainly cause of my small size. I've always been insecure about this. Seeing my girlfriend cheat on me has amplified this considerably. I don't know what to do. It won't be easy to find a new place to stay and get out of my lease. My family's abusive, so they're not an option. My few other friends are closer to my roommate than me, and I won't call them confidants of mine. And I've emotionally invested a lot into my girlfriend. She was my first one. I can't pretend I didn't see what I saw, but I don't know how I can get out of my apartment, and if I do, I'm going to be all alone. I'm already dealing with pain from being betrayed by the two people I thought I could trust, and from my personal insecurities. I'm terrified at the prospect of being completely alone as well. My god, people are so shitty. Sorry man, make sure you kick her to the curb and find a new roommate next semester. If you don't, experiencing any more episodes where you end up watching your roommate and GF have sex can cause emotional scarring plus trust issues that could carry over to your next relationship. Thank you. I do know that's what I need to do. I'm just worried about being alone after. Not to mention that moving away can be a challenge right now. It sounds like you've struggled with loneliness in the past, but my best advice would be to get on your own when it's economically feasible. Then concentrate on working on yourself. Find a hobby. Do things you enjoy doing. Try to pick up habits that can contribute to feeling positive about yourself. And try out therapists until you find one you vibe with. I've struggled with loneliness my whole life, but in the sense of never being understood or listened to by those that I claimed would always be there for me. After a lifetime of being a people pleaser, worrying about what others thought, and tending to their needs, I bottomed out and felt the worst I have ever had, completely alone and with no other options but ending it all. I dedicated my energy to working on myself. I tried to approach it from the mindset of treating myself how I would be towards others, to help dear to my heart. It was uncomfortable, awkward, and felt completely undeserving for a while at first. Then I began noticing little changes in myself, like not worrying if someone asked to hang out and I said no, or finding myself being less and less anxious while I was alone. This slowly built confidence in myself, and that confidence slowly began being evident in my everyday life. I now have a small, select group of friends that I now know would have my back when I need it. Everyone else that I once thought deserved a place in my life that was never there for me when they knew I was struggling can go kick rocks. Your life will be better without them. Actually, when people see you being happy just being yourself, people that share a similar wavelength will find you. You'll be a beacon of light to a moth. And for those people that don't like what you're putting down, duck 'em. You're happy just occupying space in your own existence now and don't need that shit in your life. As for the two perpetrators of this disgustingly disloyal tryst, they deserve each other. Any person that would betray you this way, with such little discretion for how you would feel, is not worth one more minute of your time. Let them know what you saw and bring it to their attention that it's not okay. They will squirm. They will lie. They will do whatever they can to talk their way out of it. Try and remember though, that they're not doing this to comfort you. Will be completely self-serving. They will feel bad they were caught and actually are the wretched hose beast they've been convincing themselves they weren't this whole time. You've got this. It may seem like the end of the world, but time will slowly erode the horrors you saw. It will soon be a distant memory that you look back on as nothing more than a catalyst in accepting yourself for the truly special person you are. P.S. As for your dick, love that thing man. It's the only one you have. Your dick's perfect the way it is. We don't control the genetic lottery and it's most certainly no reason for a decent human being to resort to ducking someone behind your back. Learn to work that hog and find someone that will talk about their wants and needs. Your tongue is also your new best friend in both pleasuring a partner and using it to express yourself. First off, size is not an indication of how good someone is in bed. Size doesn't make up for enthusiasm or attentiveness. Second, check out the rental market around you and negotiate. Lots of places are losing tenants. Third, you need to dump both of them. Being alone is better than what they did to you. Fourth, find something to help with your self-esteem. Everything you say about yourself is you putting yourself down. You deserve better than what these people have done to you. Find a therapist or a support group. Get a hobby where you have to interact with people. Volunteer or something. It will help you build up your self-worth and get you around people who don't treat you like this. I would love a partner who was loving and kind and supportive, regardless entirely of his penis size. There are many women out there who are the same. We all have things we focus on way too much about ourselves with insecurity, but in the end we are making those things a bigger problem than they are. Sure, there are a ton of assholes out there you'll encounter that will reinforce your insecurity, but you need to remember those are not the people you wish to impress. Be alone for a while. Get yourself together. Learn to care for yourself. And then find a decent human being who cares about you too. I hate to tell you this, but you're already alone. Just because someone is in your life doesn't mean they are there for you, and neither one of these people give a crap about you apparently. I won't confront them. I'd just secretly find another apartment and then move out. I know change is scary, but anything would be better than the situation you are currently in. When you can afford it, seek therapy as well to help with your insecurity issues. Leave. Go to your landlord and explain the situation. Why would you stay in this situation? I'm worried about the prospects of finding a new place. We're still in a pandemic. My apartment is comfortable and relatively cheap. I looked through a lot of other potential apartments before I found it. I'm worried about being able to find a similar one. We're living in uncertain times. I worry every day about losing my job because my company is struggling. What if the only good apartment I can find is really expensive and I wind up being unable to afford it later on when the economy suffers? Or what if I find a cheap one that's really uncomfortable and am forced to spend a lot of time there due to COVID? And even if I can find one that's like my current apartment, I'm going to be alone with no support system. Perhaps look into moving into somewhere with a roommate or a friend. If it's someone you don't know, it's risky. But you could also end up making a new friend and expanding your circle. This is a sucky situation, dude. I feel for you, but don't let the what ifs keep you in a toxic situation. You will recover from this, and someday both of these people will just be people you used to know. I had this happen in college. I confronted them immediately, and it blew up and ended with them blaming me. It was horrible, and it took me a while to get over. My roommate went on to date the girl for years. Just as he was about to propose to her, he caught her cheating red-handed. Just as I warned him. He never recovered from it. I'm telling you this because A. No matter how bad you feel right now, I promise it will get better with time. B. You need to stand up for yourself and reclaim your self-confidence. Call your roommate out as soon as possible. Gather your thoughts and sit him down. Tell him how disappointed you are with him and explain what a betrayal this is. Then start making plans to find a new place to live. I know that it's going to be awkward for a while. That doesn't matter. It's going to be much painless than having this eat you up from the inside. Call your girlfriend and dump her. This will probably be the shorter conversation. Drop her and don't listen to her excuses. Never speak to her again. Your roommate can return her things to her. Your roommate and your ex might start dating. This part will suck. But I promise it will be much easier if you get everything off your chest. Treat it as motivation to find a better living situation. Godspeed. He doesn't owe them any explanation or sob story or confession of disappointment. Ghost those Methodikas. If you could make your roommate leave the apartment, that would be better. Good luck. And get the hell out of that situation. No matter what. Thank you. And I guess I could speak to my landlord about it. Dude. Fuck her and duck him. You need to pull yourself up and do the following. 1. Find your own place without a roommate and don't tell anyone you're seeking. 2. When you leave, tell them disappointed with you too. But now that I have no emotional ties to either of you, I could care less. 3. Surround yourself with good books about finding your path. Start a side hustle that could turn into a startup. 4. Let your confidence grow because you were able to walk away and build yourself up again. And your size is probably not the issue, and I suspect you're packing average at the very least anyways. Thank you. I'll do my best. Now, as I said before, I'm not very good in the bedroom mainly cause of my small size. That is an excuse you are making for yourself. Size really has nothing to do with it. Anecdotal evidence here, but my SO of 5 years is probably the smallest I've been with, but has by far the best. He doesn't just rely on his D. How small we talking? Your roommate and girlfriend are lucky that wasn't me who saw them. Kick this bitch to the curb and cut off your dick, roommate. Live with your parents if you have to. Okay, at first I read cut off his roommate's dick. I mean, he deserves to get his dick cut off too. This is a terrible humiliation fetish LARP, and you should be ashamed that you can't do better. Mayo surprised I had to scroll this far down the comments for this. Yo, you don't deserve this. Fuck her. I'll be your friend. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Awkward. Small. Shy. etc. You do not deserve this. HMU if you want to chat. Did you confront them about this? What was their reply? No, he hasn't. He is scared to do so. He must look for another apartment and leave them as soon as possible. It better to be alone than to live with a cheater. I'm confused. How did Ox see them ducking, but they didn't see him? I don't have advice about the roommate and GF, but I read you think you're bad in sex. Lots of women read articles with sex tips. Maybe you can consider doing this too. Lots of women agree that foreplay is way more important than penetration itself. Make sure you use your fingers and mouth. Don't be afraid to use sex toys. Is Thea a shitty humiliation fetish post or something? Quit making excuses and just exit this stupid situation. Tell her landlord. Maybe he/she will have another place to rent to you. If I were you, I would just welsh on next month's rent payment, utilities, etc. and bail. Fuck the lease, your GF, roommate, etc. Just leave. Let me fix the title. My ex-GF is sleeping with my roommate. You have no GF. You have no friends. No family. Noontilly none. It's bad, but not the end of the world. You are still young. You can change all that. You can have a GF. You can have friends and you can create your own family. All your choice, mate. She didn't cheat on you because of your size. She already knew about your size since the first day you guys were intimate and could have left. She cheated on you because she is a trash human being. Simple. It's not you. It's her. I would leave. The best action is to remove yourself from the situation. Give yourself time to evaluate and properly plan next steps. When this hits you fully, you don't want to be around there. Somewhere far from there actually. Don't leave yet, especially since it'll be hard to break the lease and find a new place. Just break up with her and say that you know she's cheating and that you're not compatible. That's true. It's gonna be hard, but try to toughen it out until you can leave and then do it. Also go out more, meet new PPL, and try to find casual flings. This usually goes a long way to help PPL who feel insecure, especially cause the no strings attached part of it makes it so that PPL are usually honest and straightforward from the get-go. Also, a GF is a hoe and you should be happy you found out about this now rather than way down the line. Imagine if you all got married. That marriage would be a train wreck, so in a way this is a blessing in disguise, even if it doesn't seem like it. Sunken cost fallacy. You don't stick with a sinking ship just because you put a lot of effort into it. Also, sh's your first. Life is full of relationships. Rarely is the first more than just some lessons. Leave her immediately. Move out as soon as possible. Any other actions by you other than those will only make this worse for you. Don't make this worse for yourself. Sorry you had to see and hear that, man. Hang in there. You just had some bad luck with those two. Genuinely sad to hear about this. Their karma will come someday. I wish you clarity, strength and peace of mind. Hang in there. You need to start building yourself up. Look up for Jordan Peterson and seek therapy. Nothing wrong with being alone. In fact, it likely will make you a stronger, better person. You need to find your own path, mate. Honestly, I'd say you are looking at the what to do side of this all wrong. They fucked up, not you. They can find a new apartment. You just need to find new roommates. And once they are gone, tell your friend to lose your contact info. Oh wow. Please don't keep this bottled up. They deserve to be exposed, and you deserve peace. You deserve so much peace. Loneliness is hard, but being around the wrong people who have no respect for you in the least, will ruin you. Dump the GF. Get a new friend. He probably treats you like that because he knows he's your only friend and now has entitled, and leave that horrible place. And then you start to heal. Get therapy if you need to. Cry. Start a new hobby. Journal. Anything to heal. Healing takes time. It is not easy, quick or readily done, but it can be done. You will be okay, and you will be great. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.